So like we just said, it ain't no time, man. It's part two. I felt like I'm gonna kick a part two. So we just said it ain't no time. I start the other video with like, damn, what time is it? What time is it? Like, damn, because the time that you asking for, that moment have passed. The moment you asked me, it's the past. So when we think about Martin Luther King, we think about Malcolm X, all them times, if they had never took a stand, then the future would have never know what they was going through. Would have never know what they was going through, right? And that was their present time. So with that being said, now, when you say now, what time is now? Now is life. So when somebody, now, like, we all got different time. Like, your now can be different from my now. Like, Malcolm X them now was the past. It was the past. But just to stay on topic, when somebody asks you what time it is, it's only now. It's now. This lifetime of human expansion, this lifetime of time, that's now. That's now. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason for now is for the future. So let's go back to the past. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X them. That was a present time. We talking about the 60s, the 50s. You see what I'm saying? Time of oppression. They went through a lot of shit. A lot of actors, revolutionaries was going forth. The dream, you know what time it is. I ain't got to tell you. But all that was speaking not to the present time. It was speaking to the present time, but it was specifically speaking to the future. To the future. So everybody now, which is their lifespan, is for the future. So Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, I'm just using them just for a case in point. They whole point of being was for someone else. The next generation, the future generation. And we here. And we reflect back on them. And we gonna do something great and the future gonna come and they gonna reflect back on us. So with that being said, we're born for the future. To leave some type of map, some type of guide, just like we can reflect back on the past and get some type of guide. So it's now. The point of your life is to leave some type of guide, some type of manual, some type of mark for the future. So the future can look back at our present, which would be their past, and can take something of knowledge and run with it. This is how the timeline works. This is how the timeline works. So I don't have no number for you when you ask me what time it is. It's life. This lifespan right here, that's what time it is. You see what I'm saying? And if you don't do nothing great with your life, with now, the time that the supernatural man, or this power, should I say, this force, that bless you with, if you don't do something now, you won't even exist in the future. You won't even exist in the future. You like wasting your time. If you ain't doing something great now, you just here wasting your time. And you will perish. Think about this. If a man want to leave a great legacy behind for all days on earth, all generations on earth to see it, what do he have to do? He had to tap into the future. He had to leave something behind. He have kids. He tapping into the future. You think the future, the future, the future. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it is now. That's what it is now, bro. So we live in the point of us being born, the point of us on earth right now, is so we can become our greatest, our highest version, and leave a map, a road map for the future ones that's to come. And they ought to look back and grab something of knowledge and just take this forward, take this chain forward. It's a rope. We just going forward with it, going forward with it. You see what I'm saying? That's how it go. So don't waste your days. Don't waste your time. For you to come to this motherfucking world and not do what you was meant to do, you being selfish, because it's gonna be future generations come, future generations depending on you right motherfucking now, floating around in their mama womb, just floating around. They ain't even thought of. But they depending on you, and you know this now. And by you knowing this, you selfish if you don't at least try to reach your highest potential. Because you came here for a reason. That was the whole point of your birth, to do something great and leave your mark for the future, just like Malcolm X, just like the list goes on of great people. It goes on. But everybody in the past, they did something great, so they can't be memorable in the future. You know what I mean? That's the legend. That is the legend. That's the legends, man. So I ain't gonna be long-winded. I'm just saying, I don't know what time it is, because the past is already gone. The moment you're looking for it, have already left. It's only now. Somebody asks you what time it is, it's your life. Your life expand. That's what time it is. Your life, your breath, that's what time it is, bro. And based on what you do with your life determines the future. Because you can reflect back on the past, look, you keep bullshitting every day, smoking weed every day, fucking around with these hoes, you just make that a habit. You'll see where they get you 30, 20 years, blah, blah. You be steady doing the same thing. Right now, in this moment, right now, determines your future. Do something great with it, because the future relying on you. That's why you came here. I'm just helping you remember. I'ma holler at you.